Well, a street ball icon and a life-changing choice. Grayson, the Professor Boucher, shares about life, basketball, and a powerful decision that gave him new purpose. If you're enjoying Table Talk, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Remember to click on that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest posts. Well, many young athletes have had their lives changed through the sport they played, but for today's guest, it not only changed his life, but also opened the door to faith. Today, he's here to tell us more about that. But first, joining me around the table is April Simons. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You like basketball?
I do.
Well, get ready.
I'm ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
I know.
TD Jake says.
That's right. That's what he says. Dorothy Newton, how are you?
I am doing so good.
You are married to a famous football player.
Yes,
So
yes.
I want to know, do you know about basketball?
Absolutely. Both of my kids play basketball, and
Yeah.
they were really good at it.
Yeah,
So.
Rachel Lamb Brown.
I was about to say, I'm not
so
the
much.
expert. Listen, I was the basketball manager in
Okay.
like high school. Absolutely.
No.
I went to a very small
There you go,
school.
right here.
Everybody had to do an athletic, and I just am not. And I was like, I can manage this team. I can manage. I can
probably had the
organize.
coolest drinks and everything.
You
So I learned how to
you
do
can
all
manage
the stuff.
anything, girl. That's for
true.
sure.
Ask me
Manager?
if I remember anything about it. Absolutely not. But I did have a
You were still
season.
cheering on the sidelines, I know. Kendra Kelly Dean, we do watch basketball
We do watch basketball.
because your husband is a big Mavericks fan.
Can I just tell you, my husband loves all sports.
Yeah. Cindy Murdoch, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
And this is a fabulous story, so I hope people will stay tuned because if
Yeah.
you think you're not good enough or not what
Yeah.
it needs to be to make it, they need to hear this story.
Right. Well, you know, many will know him from ESPN's And One Streetball series. He has traveled the world sharing his talent and continues to inspire young people today with his ball skills. And Faith, please welcome Grayson, the Professor Boucher. All right, yeah. Wasn't that a good idea?
Hey,
We
how's
should
it
have given
going?
you a basketball to come in on, right?
I was with it if you had it.
I know. You know, long before he became a street ball staple, he was simply a kid with a passion and a dream. Little did he know that the game he loved would bring him face to face with the fragileness of life and a decision that would transform him. And, you know, on the court, his ball handling skills, they seem superhuman, truly. And he quickly earned a name for himself throughout the street community as the Professor. Take a look.
Part of this, huh?
That's what they said. No. This I'm not. I came here to play. That's clear.
All right, so that was the video that went viral, Grayson, and you got some skills with basketball and the moves and all of that. It's really amazing. I don't know, you have almost 8 million on your YouTube now, and you've got all kinds of videos. Let's go back 2 years old. What happened?
Yeah, so 2 years old, my dad put the basketball in my hands. He had a passion for the game. I would go to all his men's league games. And usually if kids go to their parents' men's league games, they usually like run around behind the bleachers, just not paying attention.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I was just like locked in, super interested in it. And
Yeah.
so like his passion for the game wore off on me fast. Like I had a Larry Bird hoop, you know, at 2 years old, and I would entertain my family trying to make baskets on there. And then, you know, went to the driveway, and then by 3rd grade, I wanted to be in the NBA or play basketball for a living.
So let's take you traveling through elementary, middle, and high school. What happened and how did you hone those skills? Like this passion never left you. Like you practiced, what, every day?
It's really all I like to do. You know, like I didn't have too many hobbies outside of the game, or I didn't really do anything else in my free time. So, but my parents were a big part of the reason I got to where I'm at. They did an amazing job supporting my passion for the game. From like, you know, always have Jordans, always have, be in all clinics and camps. And then a big part was they got me a trainer when I was in 4th grade. A lot of people now, it's more common to have an individual basketball trainer.
Yeah.
But that was like a brand new concept back then.
Yeah.
So this guy started giving lessons, and he taught me a few foundational moves, but it kind of showed me, I think I was in 4th grade, it showed me that I had a gift for learning moves like really fast. You know, like he showed me, Allen Iverson was one of my favorite players of all time. He showed me the Allen Iverson crossover, and like a couple weeks later, I could cross over like full-grown adults at 4th grade, and I was only like this tall.
Wow.
So,
That's amazing. Okay, so you have this passion, you're in middle school, but there's one small little tiny issue that you had with being a basketball player. What was that?
Yeah, so I always had a hard time getting opportunity as I got older. When I was young, I was always on the A team, you know, the AAU.
Yeah.
But then when I got into high school, I was getting cut from some of those AAU teams, and despite having amazing showings at tryouts, you know, but my dad still encouraged me. It was great.
And
then,
how tall were you at that point, like in high school?
High school, you know, so a freshman in high school, I'm a 4'11", 85 pounds on the roster. And then by the time I was maybe a senior in high school, I only got up to 5'6", 5'7". I grew up after school. So.
Yeah, because guys keep growing, like even, you're 5'7" now.
Yeah, and I was a super late bloomer. I probably went through puberty like 17 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I always looked way younger, so it's good now. But
something amazing happened. I mean, you wanted to play college ball, but again, you were talking earlier about there are a lot of young people who have great skills, but they just don't ever get the opportunity. So tell us about your kind of walk through college ball and what happened when you were 18.
At 18, I finally made the varsity team after getting cut years prior. It was a big hit to my ego, and every hooper, right? You don't want to get held back from the varsity team, especially when you're like a junior. So it's tough. But senior year, I had a great year. I got 2nd team All-State. I had transferred to this Christian school. A lot more opportunity there. And, you know, I'm young, I'm green, so I'm thinking I'm gonna get all type of offers because I got 2nd team All-State. I was 1 vote away from MVP. But then it turns out I got no letters, no nothing. I went and tried out at 3 community colleges in the state of Oregon. I got cut from all 3 of them.
Then why did you? Because I know you had the skill set.
I think, like a lot of the coaches, just happened to be like big alpha type dudes that looked like they could play football. So like, a lot of it's just trust too, right? Like one of the showings I feel like I didn't even miss a shot. Like it was an amazing showing. Even people in the gym were like, oh, you know, like a streetball game getting excited. I had like 7 threes one time and all these highlights. But so I thought for sure I was gonna make it. It was just done. Like, but then no, they were like, hey, we don't feel like he could play defense at this level. The guys are big, you know, he weighs 120, 115 pounds.
So I can jump on their back.
And you know, we were from a small town. We don't know what that's like to make the pros. You know, we had a small ecosystem viewpoint, you know, like now I'd be able to convey to myself like, hey, that's not what this looks like, even though I had great offensive skills. So what happened was my parents actually owned a jewelry store for 50 years.
Wow.
And so the local community college coach from the school I didn't want to go to because it's in my hometown. I wanted to move out, you know, get out of parents' house. He was buying jewelry for my dad. And so my dad actually persuaded him just persuaded him literally to give me a shot. And so he let me try out, let me on the team. He wanted me to redshirt and get stronger for a year, but due to injury, I had to like suit up. So I played like 3 minutes a game, and if the game was close, I didn't even get in the game.
I think the important point in all of this is, of course, the God factor is going to come. It hasn't come yet, but you still had that persistence and that drive and that determination.
It's good,
that no matter what they said, you still pursued it because it was so strong on the inside of you. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and I was also just trying to, I didn't understand it because like when I go play pickup ball or go play street ball, I was like the best player. But then I got into like conventional basketball and it was like, I'm not good there. I can't get the opportunity. And so I was just thinking, I think even my surrounding made me think actually I wasn't as good as I actually was. It's just, it depends who's your coach, who believes in you, what kind of shot you get, all this stuff just weighs in. But the love of the game, the love, like the passion for it's like my purpose, right? I just always loved the game no matter what kind of downs. I would just go to the gym the next day
That's so
go
awesome.
sauce up a bunch of people on the court. Next thing you know, I'm having fun again, and then give it a shot again.
What happened with ESPN, and how old were you when that happened? Because this was huge.
I'm glad you asked me that. So after my freshman year, played 3 minutes a game. I don't think I had one good game, maybe. We go to open gym, and the assistant coach was really cool. He kind of took me under his wing, but I dedicated myself even more to the game. And I was already spending all my free time playing ball. Yeah. But he was like, hey, I want you in here at 5 a.m. I want you to make 500 jumpers before you go to class. And then we would have open gym at 2:30. And then you hit the weights after the open gym. And then I would, on my own, my teammates didn't, but I would come back and work on my game some more. So I'm like doing 3-4 a day type dedication workouts. So, you know, season ends in February. By June, I was like the best player in the college open gym. We had a lot of players going D2 and D1, like really good players. But something clicked for me. I just like matured late. And so I got a little bit better on defense, got my confidence up. Next thing you know, they're bringing in D1 recruits and like they can't even play, they can't even compete with me. Wow. And so it just so happened right at that time, the And1 Mixtape Tour was having this show on ESPN, and it's my favorite show. I'm head to toe in And1 gear, going to school, even off the court.
Right, and this is like this is one of the first reality shows, like after Survivor.
It's one of the, I think it's one of the first 100 reality shows, maybe top 50. So season 1, it just featured like the And1 team, right? There's only one team. It was the best streetball players in the world.
What's the difference between a streetball player and an NBA player?
Like there was guys with like NBA level talent, but they couldn't fit the bill in the NBA because it could be a number of reasons. Like you could lack discipline. A lot of guys have big egos. They couldn't be coached. Some players don't fit a position. So you could be like 6'4", but you play like a big man. You know, you kind of play like a post position, whereas in the NBA, if you're 6'4", you got to play the point guard. People make the NBA have the full package, and things go well for them, right?
Yeah. Right.
These were the best players not in the NBA. And it was like my idols. Like I cultured as And1, but a lot of people were at that time. Like I'm lifestyling And1. So I go to the game. They come to Portland, Oregon. It's like an hour south of where I live.
You're just gonna go as a fan.
And it just so happened they were having tryouts. And so I was like, I might as well give it a shot. You know, this is how I play. It's what I do. So I went in and I just went straight Showtime. And next thing you know, the crowd is like going crazy. And
who'd you go up against?
In the tryouts, it was just like the best of Portland, Oregon. So I don't know who they were, but older guys, right? And I'm tiny. So the crowd's going crazy, and that's what they want. They want high-level ball, street ball. For And1, it was like the NBA of street ball. So you need to be high-level competitive as in a good basketball player, but you also got to have your Showtime on high.
Yeah.
So they invited me.
They needed that personality.
And I had no idea, because like there's no white guys in the genre. There's only 2 white guys in, like on mainstream street ball that I ever knew of. This is like me and this other dude in white chocolate. But so they invited me to play in the game that night in the, I think it was the Rose Garden at the time where the Blazers play. And then next thing I know, I'm going back and forth with my idol in like this battle.
Aww.
And from there, they asked me to come on tour with them.
And what are you thinking?
Like, it's funny because there's actually a snippet where they asked me, they pick me to go out of 3 guys. They're like, we pick you to go on tour with us. Like one of my teammates, he said that. And I was like, me? And I didn't even know, actually didn't even know what he meant. I was like, okay. And then I look at the producer like, what do you mean? What's happening? So I'm so young and green trying to figure it out. But when I did fully register, I just like, I was like, am I even good enough for this? You know, I started a little bit of questioning myself. I asked my parents, am I allowed to go? You know?
Let me tell y'all, what he did was major. I know all about it. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. You know, with basketball, in the area we lived, you got all the skills, you got the education of it, but we had to go across town to Oak Cliff and play some street ball because they needed mental and physical toughness, and that's where they learned it. Wow. And the And1 clothing, yes, my oldest wore it all.
Oh, so you know all about it. I like that. Okay.
I know all about it.
Dorothy knows about all of this.
You know.
I told you I met some expert here.
It was funny though, because at that time it was actually on TV more than the NBA. Like we didn't even really think about it at the time, but it aired on ESPN like 50 times a week. It would. I think ESPN networks were different. Right? There's only like 10 shows on ESPN or something like that. So all night it would be like the filler show, and it would air from like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Wow.
So in a week, you just spend like 50 times a week.
Wow. So then what is the next step? Because, I mean, you're thinking might be a one-time thing. Yeah.
So they send you home. They did like a background check for a couple weeks. So I missed 2 games, and then I meet back up with them like a week later in Phoenix, Arizona. And I don't even know what to expect. I'm just like, I'm just gonna try my hardest. Hopefully something good happens, you know? Maybe one of my highlights will make the show. That was my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that game went great. I got the name The Professor. He was like, the professor? I was like, do I even like this? Is that nerdy? Is that a good thing? I don't even know, you know? So I'm just taking it in. But then halfway through the summer, they start the show. And like I said, I was telling you guys earlier, I was hoping that I could pause it or like show one highlight to my friends back home that made the show, because the first season was just about the N1 team. So they probably told me, but I was so green, I was not hearing anything. So like when it aired, I didn't know. I was like the star of the show. Like it was featuring the contest, and I'm the first wave of contestants. There was always 3 people on the bus at all times, but every night you could get sent home. The person who played the worst would get replaced with somebody who shined in that city.
Wow.
Oh.
So it was like a survivor contest. You had to last.
Okay, that's where the survivor thing
Yeah.
So you thought you may pass one, like maybe stay on, win one?
Yeah. Anything would have been great. Even just playing my hometown that night would have made me a superstar, at least in my eye, going back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I lasted throughout the entire summer. I go to the last game, the last arena game. We play at Madison Square Garden.
And these are great players, Dorothy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Right?
yes.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden, like my favorite NBA players are there, favorite rappers are there, everybody's there.
Good place to show out.
Yeah, and then it comes down to the last play. We're down 2, a hit, a 3 at the buzzer, we won.
Man.
And like the N1 team was like undefeated
Wow.
up until this season.
Wow.
So
You know there was an angel helping that.
oh, for sure. That's what I always say. A lot of things happen. I couldn't have duplicated. You know, I couldn't have done them again. It was like these one-off things, and in my mind, I was like, I think I'm just getting like I actually was a lot better than I thought, but I improved quick, so nobody was there to confirm it. So I thought I was getting lucky a lot, which probably isn't fully true, but I do think I had his hand on it, right? Like a lot of things happened in my favor.
Well, and all of that ended after 6 seasons. And I mean, it was so great. It was such a, I mean, everybody loved it, like you said, everybody's watching it. And then the ownership changed, and all of a sudden, you're not doing it, and then something tragic happened. What happened?
Yeah, so that company is bought out the day we're on the cover of Sports Illustrated. They told us the ownership switched. And mind you, only 24 years old, I don't even know what that means. So I'm like, okay, we still hooping? All right, good. But then, you know, it goes completely under, just like you said, a couple years later. The owners didn't know anything about basketball.
Wow.
We would have thought it was more popular than the Globetrotters ever have been, so we thought it was gonna go forever.
Right.
But no, so it ends. This other tour is about to ramp up where N1 left off. They tried to make an attempt at it. So we're at the launch of that is All-Star Weekend in LA. And then my closest friend, Troy Jackson, he's better known as Escalade, my teammate, he passed away of a heart attack. And so at his funeral.
This is your best friend.
This is my closest friend from the whole Streetball N1, time period. He was 6'9", 500 pounds.
Yeah. But he believed in you.
Yeah, he believed in me. And he actually gave his life to Christ 2 years prior to that. And I remember he actually mentioned it to me, but I didn't think I didn't think much of it. I was like, oh, it's interesting. And we talked, he was trying to tell me a little bit about Christ, but I wasn't like, I don't know, I just wasn't awake at that time, right? So I wasn't hearing anything hardly. But then he passed away. Mark Jackson is his brother, right? The NBA legend, analyst. And so, but he was a pastor also, so he was doing the eulogy and did an altar call at the end, and he's like, hey, if you want to be where my brother is in heaven, feel free to come down to the altar and give your life to Christ. And I felt ultra, without even being too educated on biblical things, I feel like God led me to that moment to give my life to Christ. I felt like it was the right thing, and then I had like a transformation forever, but in the next couple of years, a major transformation.
So you got saved, you surrendered your heart and your life. And interesting, with all the success you had, you told me earlier that there was still an empty place on the inside that hadn't been filled. And when you prayed that prayer and invited Jesus in, everything changed.
Yeah.
How so did it for you?
Leading up to that, like I was playing in a church league. It was like an outreach, league, but I'm just thinking of it as a regular basketball league. And so the guy who was the leader of the team, he would invite me to church, but he was like as old as my dad. So like I went out of kindness, you know what I mean? He wasn't participating, but I just went to be nice, but it was God kind of like prepping me for what was about to happen.
Yeah.
I was in more of a state of gratitude. I basically was barely making rent every month, but I was actually very good. I was like at peace with it.
You got to a place where you actually
This
sold.
is a good story, yeah. I was actually went so broke that I was selling my jerseys from AND1 on eBay, and they're going for like 500 to 1,000 per jersey. Sold them anonymously on eBay. The people buy them like New Zealand, Japan. Some people up the street in LA, my neighborhood, like, they don't even know, right? It's coming from me. But I don't know why. I kept like a box of like 100 of them. I think God was looking out.
Yeah.
So I did that for about a year. Internationally, AND1 was still huge, right? Because they didn't keep up with, there was no social media. So I would go play these one-off games like AND1 Africa, AND1 Brazil, you know, AND1 Russia, these games.
Yeah.
But there was few and far in between, and then I would sell my jerseys, and that sustained me for about a year and a half.
Then you got an idea.
The same year I went broke, I actually started my YouTube channel. I actually was up on YouTube since 2006, actually, or 05. Like I think it started 04, and I was up on it like a year later, because fans would tell me, I'd be like, thanks for watching the show. And they were like, no, we saw your highlights on YouTube. So I started to look into it early. So I started to flood the YouTube with stuff to get bookings beforehand. But then AdSense came out like a business. So I started my own channel when I went broke in 09. And actually, a fan actually taught me how to edit. He was making these fan compilations, but he lived like in San Diego, and I live in LA. So he taught me how to edit. And then my other friend, who was very up on YouTube, was like, you never try to go viral? He's like, some of these videos got like a couple 100,000. And I was like, oh yeah? Like, oh, I guess. What you think? What do you mean? Because I'm thinking I'm an athlete. I'm not really thinking YouTuber. But the truth is, you are a YouTuber. You can do what you want. So he came up with this idea, Spider-Man basketball. He was like, look, this would be awesome. He's like, it'll be a prank video. It's a sport video. It's comedy. It's
Superhero.
Yeah.
It's everything all in one. But that's how you go viral, when you hit like 5 different genres or whatever and do them all excellent. So literally ordered this Spider-Man costume. There was only one I could find on the entire internet that was a size medium. Because back in that day, they really didn't do replica costumes, right? It's more baggy. They don't really want you to look like the movie. Right. So I found one on the internet. It's like in the UK, and it was a medium, and it fit me like I got it, and it fit me like it was made for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So we go do this video.
Yeah,
we go do this video, and he kind of hid with the cameras like a prank or whatever, and I'd hooped for 20 minutes, but like I didn't even miss a shot, and every move worked perfectly. And then like I edited the video after, and next thing I know, I had like 1 million views. Day one was like 2 million views, and on the week it was 6 million views, and then I got 1 million subs.
Are you impressed with that? If you're listening?
Wow, that's
6 million, and so it just went viral. And this is after you had turned your life over to the Lord. I think it's neat to say, and you kind of, credit the Lord with a lot of these open doors that happened to you.
100%. Yeah, I think it's all God, right? I think God gives you the seed, and then like you nurture it, but it's still like guiding the whole way.
Yeah.
The seed is the gift, right? But then you got to work out, put out hours in. But yeah, I think also like most people get their fame wave and then it's over, right? Like it's kind of ending. So I got a second chance, which I feel like supernatural within itself. I got this like second chance. I got 1 million subscribers in one day. So yeah, I think God was in the, definitely allowed that to happen.
You continue to grow like in your walk with the Lord. I want to talk about that when we come back, but we're talking about some of these videos. You have to see this one because he had a never quit attitude, a tenacious determination, and he developed skills that made him dynamic as a player, but his on-court antics made him unforgettable to watch. Now here's where he pretended to be a nerd. And he's going to walk on for the street ball. And can you imagine? They're looking at him like, what's up with this dude? Like, what? So this is one of the videos that went viral. Let's watch this.
You got next?
Yeah, no, we won.
How many games weight is it?
Probably like 2.
Play basketball?
Dang.
That is so cool. I love that. Did y'all love that? Yeah. Now, how are you now moving forward with not only helping kids today learn some of the skills, but incorporating your faith into that and encouraging them that they're not alone?
Yeah, well, over the years, I got the opportunity to do a bunch of ministry events, and someone tied directly in with basketball, which I love doing. So it'd be like I might go and just like play for an hour at a church or a ministry or a retreat or something like that, and then I get to do like a like a interview afterwards and share my faith.
And you're connected to a great church there in LA?
Yeah, Fearless LA, my church. Big shout out to Pastor Jeremy Johnson, Fearless LA. He's awesome. He's who connected me with you guys.
That's right. So Dorothy, I know you've got to be encouraged by this young man and what he's doing.
Yes, I am encouraged. And you know, there's a scripture in Colossians that talks about, you know, whether you're in ministry, volunteer work, corporate work, sports, no matter what you do, if God calls you, you are to work as though you're working for the Lord. And it just, it lines up, it's in alignment with your passion. It's like, yes, you didn't have the physical ability, you didn't have a lot of things, but what you had was the desire to praise God in your work. And it's just an amazing story.
Yeah, and he actually had the physical ability. It's just that the package, because it wasn't 6'8" or whatever they thought. You know, they put him in a category. April, quickly.
I just admire your perseverance, even as fourth grade or whatever. You kept going, even when it didn't look like others believed in you. You believe in you, and if you believe in you, others will.
Thank you.
And I love how you're engaging culture and you're using your platform to reach people for the Lord. Because a lot of times people think ministry is on a platform or behind a pulpit, but really it's using whatever gifts and talent God gave you right where you are. And I love to see you doing that, especially for the next generation.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of Rachel, you know, God gives us every gift that we have, every talent that we have. And I love how the moment we surrender ourselves to Him, He does open the right doors. There's a favor that comes over our life. And there's joy, a sustainable joy in the gifts that He's given us and the peace that you have now versus where you were before, you know, spiritually with A1.
I like that, sustainable joy.
Sustainable joy.
Yeah, keeps going.
And thank you for exuding that, the joy, Christ, and sharing the gift with young people out there that have such a passion and love for the sport like you did.
Oh, thanks so much.
All right, well, we are out of time. I want you to know that God has given you talents and purpose to touch the lives of those around you. And just like Grayson, He can transform your life and use you to reach others. It always starts with that prayer of just saying, Jesus, I need you. And I always say, you know, so many of you watching, you've tried everything else. You tried to do it your way. Why don't you give God an opportunity to come into your life and transform your life, just like He did for Grayson and all of us that are sitting here at this table. We have all prayed that prayer, invited Jesus to come in, to be Lord of our lives, to forgive us of our sins. It's a free gift that prepares you for eternity. So just pray that prayer. Say, Jesus, I need you. That's what my grandfather prayed years ago. He told me, you know, anything about God, church, family, and he just prayed on a Monday morning at a tool and die mill at the water fountain in Greenville, South Carolina, and God transformed his life. That's why that toll-free number's on the screen. We have the most amazing prayer partners that are always ready to pray for you, and we would love to do that. Also, if you prayed that prayer, if you invite Jesus in, I have a free book I want to send you entitled, Now What? So avail yourself to that number. Call us, let us know. I want to thank Grayson for sharing his story with us. Are you going to keep us up to date on the professor and what's going on? Any big things that happen? Will you come back and tell our audience?
I can't wait,
Okay.
for sure. Man, thank you.
When y'all like to see him again, for sure.
Oh,
You can visit him online at crossover5.com. And if today's Table Talk has touched your life, all you guys out there, I know you've been watching. You can leave us a comment on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. I want to thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you for opening your heart and allowing God to do a work in your life. You're not going to be the same as a result of praying that prayer. We're excited about that. Thank you for watching. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Grayson. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for today.